one of which will be closing tomorrow. So you've got until tomorrow's posted video to get your entries in for one of 7 copies of EAFC for us hitting 14k recently. Now for 5 extra copies, when we hit 15k, the entries are still open. So any entries from now will apply to both. If you've already entered into the 14, you do need to re-enter into the 15k giveaway, and there'll be 5 copies for that as well. So get your entries in, and as usual, if you need coins in a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get into it. So guys, we're going to start the video with an opportunity for you guys to win some extra copies on the giveaway for 15k. If we get a footies player worth over 500k, I will add an extra copy. So we've got a rule breaker. I don't know if footies can be behind it, so we're going to skip that. Havertz was actually, usable at one stage. EA doesn't want me to give away free coffees, I'm convinced. Now, of course, guys, as usual, at the start of every video, we have to talk about how you can make coins initially without doing anything so that you can do the trading. Now, as you can see here, of course, one of those things is always open in your preview packs. It does give you an opportunity every day, and I know for some of us, it's pretty useless. I mean, that one there with the coins, if we look at everything, maybe I can make profit, so I'll have to break that down at some stage to see if it's worth doing that pack. What I would always say is if you can get at least 7.5k back, or even 6.5, it's worth doing because there's a chance of getting something better in the next pack. Now, of course, you guys are going to know the one place I love to go is the icon section. Now, luckily, we've got another icon that's been added to the game, and I can go and complete him to show you guys what I mean. Now, this SBC is a tradable 2 rare gold players pack. Essentially, you get a good chance at some high heavy weighted pack weight packs. Now, I know that sounds weird, but basically the packs that you get from this are 2 rare gold players. We usually only get them as untradeable packs, so because of that, the weight on them is very high, and EA haven't seemingly adjusted it much. We've had a few team of the seasons and a few special cards, and especially now, while there's so many low-end special cards, you've got a good chance of getting them. So I've done both of the SBCs. Essentially, it's 11 rare bronzes and 11 rare silvers, a very simple set to get you what is potentially a very good return. Now, if we get one special card here with golden, 183 or 184, you're looking at a good return, and we've got an 85 there, so we're looking at what? 6k maybe, 5-6k, so that's banging. Bear in mind, if you were to buy every single player for both of them, you're looking at about 2 or 3k max, so that's made back both of those packs. We can get rid of a hate boa in whichever way we want. I'll probably put him into an SBC, and then of course we've got the other pack, so now everything's profit. We've made about 5k as it stands, 6 even with hate boa. If we open this one and get a nice pack, we are absolutely golden. We've not got a special, which is a shame. It would be nice, but as you saw, we've still got heavier weighted packs. We've got an 83 worth about, what, 1.5k there, so that's not bad at all. We've actually got a quite a good return. Now, of course, some of you are going to say, well, I don't have the coins to do this SBC, or I don't want to do an SBC, I want something easier. Well, the easiest thing to do is a club gut. Go through your club, go through consumables, go through club items, the stuff that you just don't use. Because we all have some position modifiers laying around. I mean, look at how much they're going for. They are realistically one of the easiest things to bid on and make coins, and that's another method that you can use. If you have a look through these things, I mean, how much are they actually going for right now? They haven't really touched below. Yeah, how something that you can get for free on an SBC is somehow has a value. I do not understand, but got your club for those. Got your club for things like your hunter chemistry styles, and just go and get rid of your club badges because I know you guys aren't using those. We've got some coins and we want to go make some more. We're going to go over to the level up promo. So it's the most recent promo we've had that is kind of settled down now. Of course, we've obviously got the likes of shapeshifters, but shapeshifters, I really hated shapeshifters. I know a lot of people hated level up, but I hated shapeshifters more. Now we're going to go over to there, and what we're going to find is the cheapest card is around the 30k mark. So all of the cards that you can get below 30k, I think there's like 15 of them. If you go to like 35, there is an absolute ton of players under here. All of them can be copped at about 27. A load of people will be listing these low because they are cards that essentially have way less value than they did a week ago because now they're unupgradable. So you're looking at about 27, as you can see here, for where you'd cop these. I'd say you want to sell at about 29. As you can see at 29, you've got a few pages, but not a ton. There's a few at the hour mark. You can definitely get a steal. So 10% of that, 2.9, you're half that, and that's your EA tax. So essentially we're working with about a 1.5 EA tax. Bring it to about here and you're pretty golden. 26, you're looking at a 1.5k 1.5? Yeah, 1.5k profit. If you go to 26,500, you're looking at a 1k profit. That one there instantly got him, and we're going to sell him on immediately. So bearing in mind he's a 90 rated at 26k, pretty crazy. But I think promo cards actually have like a different value based on rating, because if you have a look, the high rated fodder market is ridiculous right now. But as you can see, very simple to get these cards. We've got 26,500 there. If we can, I mean, realistically, I don't want to just be making a K per card. that would be absolutely brilliant. 25,250, so that one would have made us about 3 or 4k. So you can see that they're being listed really low. People are making mistakes. It might be mistakes or people just wanting to get rid of these cards very quickly, but it's definitely I mean, that one would have been lovely. Definitely the ability to make a ton just off of this one here. I mean, the margin of profit, you can make up to probably about 16k a card, and some of these you're making up 3, 4. I mean, if we'd have hit every snipe that we've seen here, we'd be, I mean, including that one, we'd be looking at about 10, 15k profit already. Now, luckily, level up isn't just useful on the lower end. If you go to the Bundesliga and go for a minimum of 100,000 coins, what you will find is Davies and Werner. So there is probably a better minimum you can find, and you can probably like kind of pinpoint where the other cards you kind of cap them out, but I've just gone with 100k because both of them are over that. If you want to be more precise and potentially open yourself up to a little bit more profit, work out the exact minimum for these guys. So what you will find is 140, and by the way, just to give it more clear, the minimum for these guys is going to be the maximum for the other Bundesliga players. So there's a couple, I think there's Malin, and I think there's a couple others. If you just find the max of the other players, go a K above and set it for the minimum, that's the perfect minimum for these. But as you can see, Werner's going for about 140k right now. So realistically, we need to go, what, 10% is 14k, so 5% is 7. So we go to 130, we're looking at a 3k profit. I'd say to be safe, we'll go to 128, which means 5k profit. If the market value goes down a little bit, we can still, you know, he can go down by 1 or 2 or 3k, and we're still making like 1,000 or 2,000 coins. Now, of course, remember guys, this is the minimum. On the current minimum buy now that we've set up, which as I said was a kind of loose one, we're looking at a maximum profit of around 30k per card. So that's actually quite decent, 35 even. So that's actually a really solid mark to be setting. Now you've got Davies and Werner on this one, and I would say it's actually a really solid filter. So I would definitely say if you've got the coins, it's a very good one to be looking at. Then if you're feeling feisty, you might want to go over to the footies. Now bear in mind, the cheapest footy is 195k. So on a 0 to 200k video, this kind of caps out where the filters would be. Now Joe Gomez, if we have a look at that card, if this thing doesn't decide to just keep bugging, we're just going to check Joe Gomez's minimum is 150k. You can pick him up on a 200k filter, which means this is definitely worth doing. Now, of course, when more cards are affordable, when the cards drop a little bit, there's probably a 1 million coin filter in there and a couple others. But right now, none of the cards other than Benesa are affordable at all. So this is kind of the only lower end one we've got. Now, 195 is his general sale point. EA tax is going to be about 10k. You probably want to go to 175. Now, is that the higher end of these filters? Absolutely. Of course, it's going to be on this kind of video. But the reality is, it's not unrealistic. It's something you can definitely get behind. You can definitely try and snipe. It is something where you can make some big profits. And there's the opportunity of Joe Gomez. Now, do I think Joe Gomez will go instantly and it's a very hard snipe? Yes. But the opportunity is there. Hopefully, they're going to release some better footies, standard footies cards. Because if we go over to the premium footies, I mean, footies heroes have got none on the market yet. If they've got premium footies as a section here, can you do premium? You can. Premium footies. So, Di Maria. And then I think they've got this guy here, Fernandez. So they've essentially got the absolute top of the market with a 2 mil card and the absolute bottom with a 100k card. I don't know why they've done it like this. Hopefully there's going to be a premium footies filter in the very near future, but at the minute it's just unrealistic. Now, if you want like reserve filters, easy ones, Trophy Titans Hero just on the bottom end, 30k. You're literally looking at 30k. You can always go back to these. You've got Scholzer, you've got Lundberg, you've got Donovan. You don't even have to put a league on them, and you've pretty much got 4 or 5 cards, which are always going to be around that price. Another one, honorable mentions, you can kind of scope these out and kind of determine what kind of filter you want to make from them by just looking at what there is. So if you go for sort of Prem, you're looking at Prem Defender, Cancelo, and Koulibaly. Really, really easy one there. If you go for French, you've got Magnan, and then you've also got the likes of, there's a couple other French ones if we have a look. If we go for, I mean, you've got a ton of options really. There isn't, I mean, we'll break it down quickly. So La Liga Santander, Real Madrid, you've obviously got yourself a Valverde, and you've also got yourself a Vinny Jr. Now, of course, there's a big birth between those two cards, but the minimum for Vinny is available on Valverde, so you could potentially get a snipe there. Of course, La Liga centre mids is probably where I'd go realistically, because the easiest one there, you've got Valverde, you've got Fekir, you've got Pedri. So actually at about 30k, you've got a multitude of filter there, and you can get quite a few cards. So it's definitely one that, you know, when you are going 0 to 200k, 30k filters are really going to be your bread and butter. So that's going to be an easy one for you to keep on. Now, if you're here and you're sat there thinking, well, I haven't made enough coins in this video, don't worry. We do videos every day. So subscribe and check out tomorrow's. But if you do want a free copy of the game, send me proof over on Instagram, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.